not doing anything. Freaking kidding me right now. I gotta vacuum the driveway, paint the freaking pool pink when there's freaking water in it, mop the fridge, chase the birds, tell the freaking leaves to get off our lawn. That's freaking crazy. I'm not doing that. And dust the freaking silverware. Are you freaking kidding me right now? I don't understand how I'm freaking supposed to do this. With this brush and these two pans, I will be like Bob Ross! I gotta freaking mop the fridge. It doesn't even need to be cleaned or mopped. I don't even know how to mop a freaking fridge. Alright, my name's Cinder, and as you can see over there, there's a bird at the very top of that tree. I'm about to go chase it. I'm going in. Get off my lawn! Go play with the dog and pick up the lead. Shut up, retard! Oh my god! I have to do everything around here. It's freaking retarded. Who does this? I don't freaking understand. Dad, you remember that one time? Well, before you died, you were like, yo, I can grant you a wish. And I was like, yo, bro, that's lit. And so now I have a wish. Alright? And please, I need you to grant it. Will you please give me some Vans and some nice clothes to go to the Vans ball? That'd be so freaking dope. Get off me! Take my shoe!
Yeah! See, it fits! Look! I must be.
Do you have any more gentlemen in your house?
No, that's that dumb Cinder.
Well, can I make this cinder?
You want to?
We'd like for you to try on this shoe.
I will definitely try on this shoe, man. Freaking glove hands.
It fits!
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now.
Hi, this is Rami. So, out of the 5, I took the 2. So, individually, wise, I'm going to go ahead and talk about number 3 and number 5. So it says on number 3, I'll start with that first. Talk about your group's vision of the fairy tale. Why did you choose to make this version of the tale? What influenced you, society, the news, etc., etc. Well, to answer this question, I think we took this version of Cinderella and twisted it completely into something like totally different from what it has to be. Like, it still has, you know, the moral to it, just in a funny way. And but that's what we wanted. We wanted to twist it up. We wanted to make it different and unique, and we didn't want it to be like everyone else's or like anything you've ever seen. We wanted it to be worth the watch. We wanted it to be funny and fun filled. But as far as keeping it real, I think we did. And I think the really only thing that influenced us was really our own stupidity and our thoughts and just thinking we wanted to do something different. And I don't know, we just kind of came together and we talked about it, and it was just kind of really impulsive, but it worked out. I thought it was really great. I thought it was really funny, and I had a great time working with my group. So yeah, I guess that's my answer for number 3. So moving on to number 5, the last one. It says, talk about the process of assembly, the video, and your creative choices, the font, music, still shots, etc. What problems did you encounter when assembling the video? How did you resolve them? Are you satisfied with the final project? And does the video match the group's initial vision? And yes, I was the editor. I really enjoy film and editing. That's actually what I want to major in. So this was perfect. I had so much fun with doing this. Even though it was on short notice. But, so I guess I'll start with the first question of this paragraph. Talk about the assembly of the video and your creative choices, the font, music, and still shots. Well, after you watch it, obviously, there are some slow motion shots. There are some music. There are some sounds that I've enhanced to make it sound like I was really hitting the refrigerator really hard with a mop, but I wasn't. The clock, the dog jumping on me, the newscaster, and the chickens that were supposed to be the birds. Yeah, that was all effects off of iMovie. So I really had fun with that. And then the very ending, I had a great time. I thought that was the best part. That's just me. And then really, I mean, I just kind of messed around with it. I had a few inputs from my friends, and were like, hey, you should do this, you should do this. And I was like, all right, I'll get it together. And so we did. And so with that, it says, what problems did you encounter when assembling the video? How did you resolve them? We didn't really have any problems, I don't think. Maybe the only problem was finding time to get this all done. And thankfully, you allowed us to take off that Thursday and have that time. So I'm very, very thankful for that. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But that, I mean, that really means a lot to me. So I'm very, very appreciative. But I am really confident. I apologize. I am very confident in our video. I think it's funny. I think it met all the requirements. I mean, we really tried. We thought this was funny. We wanted it to be funny. We still wanted to get our point across and let the fairy tale be and how it was supposed to be. But we really wanted people to laugh and to smile and think, this is hilarious. Like, what is going on? It's super twisted, but super funny. That's what we wanted. That's what we were going for. And so, yes, I am very satisfied with my project. Does the video match the group's initial vision? I would say so. I mean, we all kind of came together and talked about, you know, what are we going to do? What's going down? And we're like, we knew from the start we wanted ours to be totally different from everybody else's. And we're like, we really want to twist things up. We want it to be unique. We want it to be crazy, weird, whatever. So we really shot for something out of the box, I would say. So, I would say it was worth it, and I had a great time, and so I guess that's really all I have to say. Yeah, so anyways, thanks.
I have the second topic, which is talk about your fairy tale. The original 1812 version and the 1963 version speculate on what prompted the revisions and whether the revisions made the tale more appropriate for children. And finally, did the fairy tale maintain its impact in the revision? First off, to talk about our fairy tale. Our fairy tale is unique in the fact that we switched the roles of the prince and the princess. It shows a different twist on the story, which actually shows a different viewpoint that you can see. Um, some other differences between our fairy tale and the 1812 and 1963 versions are the chores that Cinder does are different. They took a more modern approach, which is actually, I believe, some of the chores that we do are from a later version of Cinderella itself. Moving on to the 1812 version. The 1812 version sets the foundation for all the versions since it was the original version. It has the classic Cinderella that's been taken advantage of by her two sisters, um, helped out by the doves, and ultimately overcomes her obstacles and gets with the prince in the end. The 1963 version, however, with its revisions, it was a much more proper version. The name of Cinderella changed to Ashen Puddle. It had a few different parts in it that made it change with the time. I believe that version was more of a more matured version of the story itself, not really a point towards children. Now on to speculating what prompted the revision. I believe from 1812 to 1963, the revision that happened there, that was, I believe, that was about making this story more proper, because the 1812 version is more of a kid version, like a children friendly version. But the 1963 version, it's more of an adult rated version. It's more like something that you would show at a place that only adults would go. It's not an appeal for really children, although it does like maintain the same ideals. Finally, did the fairy tale maintain its impact in the revision? The fairy tale overall, our fairy tale, the original 1812 and the 1963 version, they all had the same storyline and the same outcome. So the impact did stay the same, but in some versions, like the 1963 version, where it was a little more harsh, the adults might have felt a little bit more sympathetic towards that version, although it did create the same